I want to see you in the kitchen to cook some food.
What?
I can be your. You can practice.
Practice what?
Because for your husband,
Practice what?
serving food and making it look nice on the plate and just bringing it to me, and I'll
No,
tell you
we
how
eating out
good
the
it
pot.
tastes. Oh well, we can eat out the pot as long as it's cooked.
No, me and my man. I'm talking about you. I'm not making nothing for you.
Man. Y'all eating out the pot now, huh?
Yes.
Straight out the pot.
I'm not washing no dishes. I'm taking a whole pot of chili to the bed.
You know what was so nasty while we talking about that? You ever seen that lady? She cooked lasagna in the dishwasher to save money.
That lady disgusts me. And
She
then she
did.
gonna go and say, "How much is the ground beef?" Well, I don't want that. How much is the ground beef fat?
I know.
You made that,
and they had to take a candle to the bathroom and use the bathroom.
That is crazy.
But they had to turn the TV off whenever it went on commercial.
Yes, I can imagine.
She was overly cheap. That was just too cheap.
I couldn't imagine that life
I
for
couldn't
myself.
do that. It's like I'm naked, y'all. I'm not naked. I have a dress on.
Welcome back to the Too Familiar Podcast. I am Marlene Ariel.
And I'm Tish B. Tish Tashina T.
T-Dog. You don't like T-Dog?
You always got to be that hater.
Oh.
Shut all this shit down.
How was your week this week?
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. What's been going on?
I've been learning some new recipes.
Okay.
Yeah, I taught her how to make chili, y'all. What else I said?
She
taught
her how to make chili 6 years ago. Let it go. I didn't upgrade the recipe.
She definitely did, but I'm just saying, I'm always learning some new stuff out here.
Why you always bring up the chili though?
Because I was so proud of her, y'all. I was just, and then ever since then, you done took off with cooking, and I done stopped cooking.
Yeah, talking about ever since then. No, yeah. I was poor and broke back then. I couldn't cook nothing.
She was still eating.
I was
over there, you still had some good stuff over there.
I was trying.
Yeah.
I said I don't know what the fuck to get because
she was stuck on salmon heavy one time. Yeah.
Salmon and making sweet potatoes, but like not making them sweet, but making them with like garlic powder and like savory, I guess it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were making like sweet potato fries or just sweet potato?
Like just like baking the sweet potato and then like even like mashing it and having it like a steak.
Oh, you was real fancy. Yeah. Who you thought you was?
I don't know what I was feeling like, but that shit
used
to be good as hell. Yes. And being at home by myself.
That's the best feeling, huh?
It was with a candle.
Who you thought you was? You was on some
what I was feeling
vibes.
Like. Turn off the lights.
and light a candle.
Seriously.
No.
Doom, 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 doom.
How was your week?
My week was good. Summertime has been on us. Being outside more, I'm really not an outside girly.
Definitely.
But ever since I started the 75 hard, been really getting outside and
what
things of that nature.
What workouts have you been doing outside?
Just walking. I work out at the gym, but then I just walk outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not in the hood.
Definitely not in the hood.
Marlene swears she don't stay in the hood.
I don't live in the hood. So what are you?
She be like, "This not the hood. Don't pull up to my house.
It's not the hood. Turn that music down.
Turn that music down, like girl."
And they be speeding on my block too. This is not the fucking hood.
That's shocking. Only because it's like it's really all older people kind of on that block.
This is a gated community. Please get the fuck out the property.
Y'all not allowed over here
at all. What are y'all doing?
65 and up.
Look. Please, no, seriously. And then me.
And then there's me.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's it.
That is hilarious.
So yeah, I've been going to so one of my jobs, I do social media for Wisconsin Health Literature, which is basically just spreading the word on health and stuff like that through social media. And so I have to go to the church that we grew up in and just going there. Sometimes I'm there once a month. Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like church is not really
your thing no more, or just...
I don't want to say it's not my thing, but it's just like I don't feel like I feel the spirit when I'm there. And as a kid, it felt like sometimes we were like just forced to go to church just because my mom was going, so we just was going. We was a part of stuff just because we was there.
Right.
But I don't know if I was really ever feeling anything.
Like spirit moving through you, nothing. That's understandable. I feel like, I don't know, because when I started going there, I feel like the thing that drew me was I liked how the pastor actually invested in the kids, kind of like we would have work ministry, we had like his choices, Bible study, choices, stuff like that. And other churches that I had attended before, it wasn't like that. And one thing I felt like I liked about church, y'all church, was my church too now. But when we came there, was that it was actually like come as you are, like so you have to dress up. You can just wear like pants, a t-shirt, and be comfortable and get the word. I feel like I like that about the church. But like it did have its cons.
I like that too about Pastor. Like she was very uplifting and motivating when it came to us, but also as sometimes as a kid, it felt like I had to pretend to be perfect when we came to church.
Really?
I felt like Pastor held me and my sister just like a high standard sometimes. So it felt like anytime we made a mistake or like, because you know she shout out the kids' grades and stuff. So if our grades wasn't good, it like, I don't know. Even though she was never like that, it just felt like that for some reason. Like disappointing her or disappointing the church, it just felt so heavy at the time.
I still kind of feel like that to this day sometimes. Like, just with the stuff I go through or something, I'll be thinking like when I come back there, and you know they be like, "How you been?" And you like, you know, life is kicking my ass right now. But then you know you just feel like you have to put on there like, "Oh, everything's good," because they had expected you, you know, to grow up into this person that was gonna, you know,
do
be
all
it.
These things. I agree. And I think now getting older, you know, I joined I technically did join Transformation Church, but it's located in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
When you joined?
I joined went maybe like in January.
Okay.
I want to go visit there. Like actually
we could go.
Yeah, go in person. With it's Pastor Mike Todd and I. If we ever have Pastor Todd on the podcast, I would love
Pastor
to talk to him.
I would love, he's so motivational.
He is.
I can't wait. That's one of the books that I actually want to read.
Ooh,
my friend Brittany was supposed to let me borrow it. I guess I'm gonna have to go buy it, but
we should get it.
I'm for real.
And I hate that. I think it's just this day and age of like social media. He's very in this like controversial type of conversation all the time because he's like young and he's preaching in a way to his whole thing is representing God to people who either lost him or never felt him before.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people don't like his messaging or they feel like he strayed away from the Bible a lot. And even that's weird. Like if I'm feeling just in the congregation, like I'm getting condemned, I can only imagine him as a pastor trying to teach.
Right.
And then y'all steady like on him about
things. I agree.
But I would love to go to the church. We do definitely need to go to
That's
Tulsa.
definitely gonna happen. It ain't no if and buts.
No,
I definitely feel the word. Like the first time I ever was introduced to Pastor Todd was through you. And I'm like, who is this preaching on this TV? And I was just so tuned in after that, asking Marlene plenty of questions. So I feel like that would be definitely dope to actually go visit the church.
And that's the difference from like our church. Like, I don't know. I feel like I've strayed a lot away from religion. I think I'm very spiritual. And I think my connection with God, I questioned him so much during like my time of like depression and stuff like that, but more in a bad way. And I used to feel like I kind of strayed away from him and I didn't want to lean on him anymore.
Right.
Because it just used to feel like, why is this happening to me? Or, you know, and then it was kind of like, girl, why wouldn't it be you type? Like,
right.
So then I felt like I started, you know, praying more and then talking to him more and really listening and allowing him to basically order my steps. And I feel like that's how we kind of got here. On my end, I feel like a little bit like allowing the fear of it to kind of go away, of being like, oh, I can't start a business. How can I do this when I don't have this? How can I do this when I don't have this? But it's like that fear. How can I have fear in something that I've seen thousands of people do?
Right.
So it's possible to do. I've seen people do it.
That's true. I feel like I feel like I am a spiritual person. I don't show it a lot because I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like that's personal for me and God. That's like our relationship, so I don't have to like show it off. Like, oh, I'm praying every day or I'm doing this. I feel like that's my burn. I can't even talk. Burnable,
Burnable.
burnable moments. It is like I really was that Mary or when they like
Mary.
uh
Get your shackles off.
no, my grandma got it as her ringtone. It's like, and I hit the floor. No, shut
We hit
up,
the floor.
please. And we pray or something like that behind closed. I forgot how that song go.
I never
It's
heard
played.
them hitting the flow.
It's like dang. I feel like I got it is. It's like I hit the one and Marlena, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, your grandma hitting the flow.
And she ran.
Okay. No, I can't think of it. I don't know.
It's crazy because the ringtone always go off, and I always sing it when it sing it. I say sing it when it sing it. Right. Yeah, but I just feel like behind closed doors, that's just me and my time with God to pray or whatever and get to know. Or even in the shower, it'd be like random. Like I just be sitting there thinking, and I just start praying, and I've tried to get out of that state of a lot of us only pray when bad things happen. I try to pray even when good things are happening, or even if I just feel like I just need to sit there and just talk to God because I don't got nobody else to talk to. Yeah, I just feel like
yeah,
I just ain't got into the spiritual where people actually like reading the Bible.
Yeah, it's crazy because I had went to go buy a Bible, but then I didn't end up buying it because I just didn't know which I didn't know like which version I should get to read to like really understand it. But I was thinking about that too. That I really this would be the first time that I ever read the Bible too.
Oh, wow. I feel like I haven't read it because I told you before. I just feel like I have a fear of what the unknown and known, like what you can learn from the Bible, and just like even the last chapters of the Bible. I just kind of don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Just because I'm scary. I'm just.
Yeah.
I feel like I will overthink it, and that's something that's gonna be on my mind. You already know if something on my mind is gonna be on my mind for a while, so I just don't even try to play with myself like that.
Yeah. What are your views and thoughts on manifestation?
As in, like, you talking about how people talking about prayer versus manifestation, or what's the difference? I feel like both of them are real. I feel like you pray about it, and then manifesting it is really like you done spoken into the world, but now you have to actually put the steps in to go to make it happen. So you're manifesting it by like actually doing the steps.
I agree with that. I think we're losing the prayer side of it though. I think we're trying to step into this. I'm speaking into the universe. Right. I'm wishing, I'm dreaming, I'm doing this, but prayer without works is dead. So it's like
look at you.
Look,
come on, mama.
Am I preaching today?
Yeah, you preaching.
No, it's like
she said what?
No,
prayers without what? Without work
is dead.
Is dead.
And I think that we're so caught into like this, like even I've made vision boards and stuff like that, but I think we're so caught just on like if I wish hard enough, if I dream hard enough, that is gonna become right, it's gonna manifest. But I don't think that's necessarily always true. And at first, honestly, I don't think I really understood the concept of manifestation. It felt like that was a people replacing God and just being like, oh, I can speak things and that's just gonna be what it is.
Right. The tongue is powerful, but it's like you also got to put that work in behind that. So you gotta,
I feel like a lot of people have strayed away from going to church too.
Yeah,
like, I think really it's like the building.
I was gonna say I really feel like the older crowd kind of like you need to go to church, but then sometimes, like I said, like how I have my personal relationship with God, I don't feel like you need to go to church for that because it's like you attend Transformation Church and that's virtual. That ain't saying that she don't really go to church.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you're still getting the word. You getting the word in your own way, and that person can be getting the word in their own way. Why do I have to go to church for that if I'm still getting the word?
Yeah. Do you feel like it was a specific moment or thing that took you away?
I want to say yeah, and I want to say no. I feel like I didn't have a choice, kind of, to at a point. Are you talking about like from just church in general, or just
just going to church?
Yeah. As far as just going to church, I feel like I kind of didn't really have a choice, but I kind of could have went on my own to a different church. we had moved to Texas because mom and them was going through that divorce or whatever. Well, that was after the fact, but we was moving on in life. So we ended up moving to Texas. So down there, I don't know nobody. I ain't really found no church home. But a good thing is when I was down there, my roommate, she was kind of spiritual, but not too spiritual. So one Sunday, we was like, we gonna get up and go to church. And we walked down the street to this church that was on the block. On our same block was our apartment building. It was actually a decent church. I didn't go back again, but I enjoyed it. I feel like, but after that, I just was like, until I found me a church home, I really wasn't going to church.
Yeah.
I still ain't found me a church home, but I said I was gonna start going. I actually met a friend in Dallas, and we said we was gonna go.
You ever thought about going to isn't TD Jakes the Potter
definitely
House
not going?
No.
Why? I'm sorry, only because I ran into this lady into the store. She actually got a podcast too. I forgot what it's called. It's something The Pastor's Bride or Jesus Bride or something like that on YouTube. I ran into her in the store, and she gave me some word for real. And she was like, "I'm not gonna lie to you." She was like, "My pastor is TD Jakes. He be preaching or whatever." And she was just saying, at the church, they kind of they not money hungry, but they do pass the collection and played a lot, so that scares a lot of people away, especially the younger crowd. She was telling me, she was like. So she was basically giving me a heads up about that and then saying how like the lines be long to get into church. I just feel like stuff like that is too overwhelming for me. So it's just like, I don't think I want to go to something like that. So
that's how I kind of felt about Transformation Church too, because he is in like I don't want to say an arena, but damn near like a type of place.
A big place, yeah.
So sometimes it do seem very production-y.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I don't know about that one. I really ain't really sat down and listened to TD Jakes speak. I done caught some clips here and there. I ain't nothing that done grasp me and like, I gotta go see this man. Like Pastor Ty, I feel like we can relate to him only because he also younger.
And I think him in his preaching, it was I knew and understand what I was doing when I was younger, and the sins that I were committing were wrong, and I can say that I've done those things, but also be a pastor at the same time. It's not like I'm trying to force anybody into living this perfect life that I know that I also haven't lived myself.
Right.
So being able to teach what God is speaking and what God wants us to do and how he wants us to live, but also saying like, I've made mistakes. I feel like I didn't get that from the church we grew up at.
I don't feel like we did either. I feel like it was, I wouldn't say that. I kind of feel like how you kind of touched on it earlier. And you was like, she had an expectation of you. I also felt that for me and my brother, like as well, that we was held like to probably because we was Sandra grandkids, but it was like always praising, like, oh, Tashina's on the honor roll. Tashina did it. Even when my teacher came, like, oh, and then he came up there like praising. So everybody always thought good of you. So it's just like I don't feel like I have room to mess up or be crazy. And I guess I'll share this story. It was crazy because I wasn't fast, y'all.
Are you about to tell the fornicating story?
No, what's the fornicating?
Oh,
what's that?
I think you're about to tell the story. Go ahead.
No, tell me. You ugly. I was.
Oh, okay. Fornicating. Go ahead.
All right, Mimi. No, I ain't gonna tell that story, I guess.
No, tell it.
No, I don't need not tell that story without it sounding crazy.
Okay.
She said, okay.
You don't want to tell it?
No, I wasn't.
It's not that bad of a story. You were a young Jezebel.
I was not a young Jezebel.
No, I'm just saying. So do you feel like that
when that situation happened, I was gonna bring that situation up because once
it's
pastor
funny, we study.
Look, once our pastor found out about it, it's like she was so disappointed, and it was like I really wasn't entertaining that, if that kind of makes sense. Like I wasn't like, okay, do it, whatever. And for her to find out, it was like, dang, like I disappointed her. Like she had a whole conversation, and I really want to cry. Like, dang, I just disappointed pastor. That's basically the concept behind that. I just didn't feel like I could mess up anywhere.
Yeah, and that was hard. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard. Cause I felt like we was down there. I was fucking Hannah Montana at one point, going there, living one life, and then going home, living a different life.
Man,
I don't know, being, and then even now going there now, I don't know how you felt because you came with me the other day, like being in there. How did you feel being back inside of there?
It was crazy. Like I don't know. I didn't feel at home.
Yeah.
I just
And that's
felt so
sad, right?
awkward. Yeah. Even just like talking to people and they just I'm not even trying to say like that, but just seeing how our community was, it was like, dang, this literally was us basically. And they
it was
probably
so
was looking down on us, some of the people that came to our church to visit.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad. And it's just like, I don't know.
We grew up literally with people, like they were families of kids. Like it was a lot of us.
I enjoyed that though, because I feel like it brought us together as like a community. And not only that, I just feel like growing up, it's like now we got kind of like friends for life, family for life.
Even like when not talking, but then getting back together, it's like, you know, there's still friends like that. I love that. I love people, one, who we don't have to talk all the time. When we get together, it's still regular.
Right.
And then two, people who, if we get on the phone, we FaceTime or something, we can just fully go about our day on the phone and not say shit. And then every once in a while, I'll be like, oh, did you see this?
Right.
And then you say, yeah. And then we just keep doing whatever the fuck we're doing. Like, just feeling, like, I just want to be alone together. Yeah.
And just like not feeling like you done missed the beat. Like, oh yeah, guess what? I feel like that about the Coonies.
We need to go on we need to all go to the retreat place together.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
That is actually dope.
I used to love doing that barn, that pool, funny. Everything. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I lost, like, when I stopped going to church at first, I feel like I was just like, I wasn't praying no more. I wasn't like seeking God. I wasn't watching any gospels. I wasn't doing nothing. And then
when do you feel like you stopped going to church, actually?
Honestly, probably once I moved out of my own house when I was 18.
Was your mom still going?
Yeah, it's so fun. This is terrible. I would get up, leave my house in Brown Deer, and go pick her up from the south side, and take her to church, and then go back home. Yeah.
And not go in?
No. I feel like I started, once I got to that age, I was just like, I'm not feeling anything being here. Like, and I don't want to just be here as the person who is like, look at somebody to look up to.
Right. Like, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when I don't got shit going on to be looking up.
They said, look at Marlena. No, she got her own crib.
Seriously, yeah.
She working hard.
Like, yeah, no. And just the pressure of people in the church too. I feel like Christians a lot of time they definitely love to use their scriptures against people when it fits them.
Right.
Till we flip the switch and it's on you. And now we're trying to come down on you, or we're trying to use certain sins on you. I feel like church people do that a lot, and I don't be liking that. Because don't try to, if you gonna teach, but at the same, don't like come down on me like you're like you Lord, or like you wrote it. Like, no, don't do that to me.
Do you feel like growing up in the church that we went to, do you feel like you had that personal touch or relationship with the pastor? Like, do you feel like you was able to go to her and talk to her about anything?
No, but I say yeah. No. Talk to her about anything? No. Okay, let me not say that. I feel like I could talk to her about anything. Would I choose to talk to her about anything? No. Only again for just I feel like pastor would expect more out of me than what probably what I would be coming to tell her about, you know what I mean? And so I don't know if I would I don't know, maybe I'm afraid of like hearing her opinion or something.
I feel like I don't feel like I had that relationship at all, like to go to her about anything, not in like a bad way, but I just didn't feel like we built that bond. And I feel like for like my future church home, I want that. I want to be able to just come to my pastor like, man, pastor, even if I'm married, this man is over here messing up. You know what he done did? And my pastor like sitting us both down, telling us the real about both of ourselves. Like, well, you know, you should have did this, and he should have did that.
Don't be like Lucille and Snoop Dogg going out to dinner and shit together. Don't be one of them.
Not one of them. That's like Jock and Kendra. I liked that their relationship though with they pastor. They like before they got married, you know, they went in there and they sat down and she was like, Pastor, you know, Jocelyn, like the way she was able to just flow and tell him what was going on without feeling judged or like crazy.
Yeah,
I want that type of relationship with my pastor. With my pastor, like, you know, both of y'all tripping.
Yeah,
you know, and not just like trying to just preach strictly out the book. Like also be in reality with us too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel personally, and I feel like that's what I'm starting to get now. So I'm definitely more into spending my time, especially on Sundays. Like I do pray every day, but especially Sunday mornings, I'm definitely like up and keeping up. Yeah, even though I be trying
you don't wake me up.
We need to. First of all, I text you. Yeah, you don't want to get on that on this episode.
Not on this episode.
Yeah, but yeah, I think my mental has been better since I've been spending more time just reflecting and listening and just allowing things to flow and stop worrying so much. My problem, I think, is I just worry a lot. And when I'm focused and when I'm listening to God, then I feel like I'm not stressed as much. When we talk about stress,
maybe I need to start doing that.
I think you should. Yeah,
I do be trying to. I feel like a good thing though. I actually got complimented the other day about my growth. It was like, she was like, basically, Sheena, I see you growing. She was like, I be seeing a lot of stuff that you post. And she was just like, I can tell that you just like growing from the person you used to be. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Not you saying,
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm growing.
Do you feel like...
I was never like a bad person though. I don't feel like...
No? I mean, bad in what way?
I don't know, just in any type of really bad way. Like, I just feel like I didn't use my brain a lot.
Okay.
Look, okay.
I don't think you're a bad person either. I don't think I'm a bad person. I think I've always moved with...
I don't mean like the choices I made. Like, I feel like I learned to make better choices.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I could agree with that. No, actually, no, I don't. No,
yes, you can.
No, I don't.
Yes, you can. Maybe you already said it.
Maybe like 75%.
She already said it.
I think maybe like 75%.
She already said it. I'm gonna go with it.
We're growing, we're healing, and we're trying to push forward and get it together.
Yes, I feel it.
Me too.
I feel it coming.
Okay. All right. But y'all know at the end of every episode, we're always gonna play. I know you fucking lying.
I know you're fucking lying.
I know.
I know you see it. I know you see it.
All right. I'm gonna go first today.
Jock at the end of this. Sorry,
I'm gonna go ahead and go first today.
Go ahead.
How many Kurt Franklin songs can you name?
I can name 5.
I can name 6.
You're lying.
Tashina,
I'm sorry.
We just started.
I'm sorry. Name these 6.
Do I need the timer? I don't think I need the timer.
Are we naming directly? Like, you gotta get the words right. Definitely, like the title right.
Okay.
Or are you saying the lyrics?
We can say a lyric.
Nah.
You asked the question.
We gonna make it hard.
No.
Say the song title.
Say the song. Damn, that shit started. Hold on.
Is that what you do?
Okay, wait. Okay. Melodies from Heaven. Fuck. Stomp.
Stomp.
Felt
that one, huh?
I know these songs. He Reigns.
He Reigns.
Something About the Name Jesus. I know these songs. Oh my goodness. Why can't I think? Stop looking at the freaking thing.
30. Okay.
Don't go to pressing nothing.
What?
Oh my goodness.
I'm shocked that you didn't say For the Lamb of God.
Oh.
You know we sing that one, but you know he got that song too. Now Behold the Lamb.
I couldn't think.
Now
I don't like this game no more, honestly. Go.
Ain't this your game?
I don't care.
That is wild.
Yeah. Revolution. I forgot.
Yeah, and then Imagination.
It's called Imagine.
Oh, Imagine.
Imagine me.
Imagine me.
I know Kurt Franklin is my guy. No, I'm just like
that is my cousin.
That's my guy.
That's my dad.
Man. I know more than 6 for sure. I could probably sing a few full songs of Kurt Franklin's. I know Kurt Franklin.
I know
Kurt Franklin.
How you
My
know
dad
him?
grew up with Kirk Franklin.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He played the bass for him?
He did.
Oh, snaps.
And for Fred Hammond.
I knew my grandpa was somebody.
Exactly.
He
and
just
for
didn't
Vince
want to
Allen. Rest in peace. Anyway, go ahead. Don't turn your computer away from me.
How many Spanish words can you say?
Shut the fuck up. Fucking stupid.
This is my question.
I can say 5.
I can say 6.
I can say 7.
I know you're fucking lying.
Uno, dos,
You ain't done yet, though.
Uno,
dos, tres.
Cuanto, cinco, hola, siete.
You ugly.
Yeah.
I would never thought of that. What? I like that one.
You wouldn't have thought of what?
The count.
Oh my God. What were you thinking?
I was really thinking some words.
El baño.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien.
No.
¿Y tú?
It's this guy at my job though. He from Spain.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, I need to learn Spanish or whatever. So then they was telling me to download Duolingo. Duolingo and start to like practice or whatever. And then he invited me to come to this
hey now
they do like, what is it called, salsa lessons or whatever. I should have went, but he said everybody in there speaks Spanish,
so you could have went. You could have had the translator.
That's true.
Exactly. Anyway. Could have got a little papacito.
You were gonna come there, gonna accidentally step on something, and next thing you know, y'all married.
She said I would.
I would have.
That's funny.
Mateo's a good guy.
Mateo?
Yeah.
That's off of Telemundo.
All right.
Yeah, that's okay. Y'all, it's Telemundo. It's like a Telemundo.
Not y'all on y'all Spanish shit right now. Go. It was mine too. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, because we've been watching it dang near around the same time.
That was a good fucking show. Until I heard that she be saying like nigga and shit.
Do she?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who she?
I don't know what the hell she feeling like. I don't know what she feeling like, but I don't know.
She said, "What's up, my nigga?"
Her name America? Oh wow. Never knew that. I don't know why I thought her name was Philly.
What? That's Ugly Betty? Oh yeah.
That's not Ugly Betty.
It is. It is.
That's not Ugly Betty.
That's Ugly Betty.
Betty.
Betty. Is that you?
Oh my, that is Ugly Betty.
Yeah.
No, that's not Ugly Betty.
Yes, it is.
No, that's her.
It is.
Wow.
Same chick that plays in Superstore.
What Superstore?
Basically a TV show about Kmart.
Really?
No, that's Gina Rodriguez. Yeah, Gina Rodriguez. I don't know what she feeling like. She be saying nigga.
See,
that's because she Rodriguez.
See, look, this is Jane the Virgin.
Yeah, I can see. I'm watching with you.
Oh, sorry. She said you don't have to yell.
She said, I know you're lying.
Okay. Was that? Oh, that was yours?
That was mine.
Okay. How many zodiac signs can you name?
I can name 5.
I can name 6.
I can name 7.
How many are there?
Don't worry about it.
I know you fucking lying.
It's Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer. Boom, boom. Where the bomb at? Drop the bomb on her, shorty. Yeah.
She said, "What don't you have? Cancer." Oh. Wow. Anyway.
It don't seem like it. That's crazy.
I know, because that seemed like all the months.
I know, right?
It is literally really one every month, but there's this fictional one that popped up out of nowhere.
What is it?
Weird shit between November and December.
Oh,
I never heard of it.
Well, yeah, guys, this has been another episode of Too Familiar Podcast.
What's that? I ain't have another one.
Oh.
I'm just joking.
Do you?
I was gonna say, how many months can you name?
All right.
I can name 12.
I can name 13.
Let me hear that too.
If you're not already, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything.
You know you ain't doing nothing. Might as well hit that subscribe, like.
And if you don't
hear us,
then no, that's fine.
Then,
but yes, we will be back next week.
Bye.
Nobody